You want to see something amazing? And this will blow your mind. I was walking through the woods last fall, and I witnessed something that defied unbelievable odds. The chances of this happening were orders of magnitude less than being struck by lightning or winning the lottery. The odds that this would happen are 19,750,348,800,000 to 1. And I'm not just making that number up. I actually did the math and determined the probability that this would happen. But not only did I see it, I got it on camera. So you'll know that I'm not lying. Watch carefully. Watch carefully. I was enjoying my walk. The fall air was still warm, but a crisp, cool breeze slipped through the trees, carrying a hint of distant thunder, rumbling. I remember smelling the coming of rain, reflecting upon what a pleasant smell that is. When I looked down on the ground, and I saw something that forced me to a halt. There. Did you see it? Did you see it? Watch again. That particular leaf landed in that exact spot precisely at 2:43 and 12 seconds p.m. on October 8th. That leaf just defied 20 trillion to 1 odds. Don't look at me like that. Why are you so disappointed? What were you expecting? Don't give me that pouty lip. Let me explain why this is impressive. You see, I took the leaf into my house and measured it. It's 1.5 by 0.3 inches. Given the average wind velocity of the fall season, the leaf could have landed anywhere within a 50-foot radius of the tree. And if we take into account that there are 7,862,400 seconds in the fall season, then the odds that that leaf would land in that exact spot at that exact time are 19,750,348,800,001. Would you bet money on those odds? Well, why not? After all, leaves fall to the ground every minute of every day. But you're still not impressed, are you? Why not? Oh, I think I know. It's for the exact same reason I'm not impressed when William Lane Craig says this.
So could the fine-tuning be due to chance? Well, the problem with this alternative is that the odds against the fine-tunings occurring by accident are so incomprehensibly great that they cannot be reasonably faced. The probability that all the constants and quantities would fall by chance alone into the infinitesimal life-permitting range is vanishingly small. We now know that life-prohibiting universes are vastly more probable than any life-permitting universe.
Our first clue that Craig is misusing probability is that he's deriving his figures from a sample set of 1, as we've never observed another universe to compare ours to. And if we could, that would solve his problem anyway, as there'd likely be many other universes, thereby increasing the probability that one like ours would exist. When you use a sample set of 1, then the probability can only be 1 to 1. Craig is operating under the assumption that the constants can be altered, which is a completely unfounded assumption. Now here's another clue that people like Craig either don't understand probability or blatantly misrepresent it.
Any doubts that I would have about the theory of biological evolution would be not biblical, but rather scientific. Namely, what it imagines is fantastically improbable. Barrow and Tipler, two physicists, in their book The Anthropic Cosmological Principle, list 10 steps in the course of human evolution, each of which is so improbable that before it would occur, the sun would have ceased to be a main sequence star and incinerated the Earth. And they calculate the probability of the evolution of the human genome to be somewhere between 4 to the negative 180th power to the 110,000th power, and 4 to the negative 360th power to the 110,000th power. So if evolution did occur on this planet, it was literally a miracle, and therefore evidence for the existence of God.
People like William Lane Craig play with math like a politician. He's applying probabilities to inevitabilities, which can sound very impressive and it fools a lot of people, but it's utterly meaningless. You see, probabilities are useful for predicting future events with known levels of accuracy, but Craig is misusing probabilities to predict past events.
You see, Craig is talking about the odds after the leaf has already fallen. But the real magic trick would be that if he pointed at the leaf while it's still on the tree, and then pointed to a specific spot on the ground and said that that leaf will land on that exact spot at 2:43 and 12 seconds p.m. on October 8th. Then, if the leaf did exactly that, you'd have a reason to be impressed. Now, as we can apply the same 20 trillion to 1 odds to the leaf, no matter when or where it fell, so too can we apply Craig's same odds to us, even if we had evolved into something completely different. He's banking on his audience to not realize that.
You see, William Lane Craig is relying upon the naivete of his audience so that he can impress them with this magic trick. But it's not real magic, it's misdirection. You see, though the leaf you saw did actually defy 20 trillion to 1 odds, it was inevitable that it would defy those odds no matter when it fell and no matter where it fell. And I could have used a plethora of other factors to make the odds even more gargantuan, yet those odds are being defied as I speak.